In order to develop the desired pressure, the nozzle must be open for water to flow. In this example, we need 170 psi for line 1. Once this is attained, we must set our pressure relief valve to 170 psi. We begin this by turning the valve counterclockwise, which is opening the valve until three things happen. 1. The RPMs drop. 2. The desired pressure drops. And thirdly, the amber light is on. Then we need to set the pressure relief valve by turning the wheel clockwise, which is closing the valve. Once our RPMs and pressure return to their desired setting and our green light is on, our relief valve is then set. Our second line needs 200 psi for its operation. Since our second example has a higher pressure, we need to first set our relief valve at a higher setting in order to build pressure higher than the 170 that it is currently set to. Remember, a safe window of 10 psi below and 10 psi above our existing lines is preferred by our department. Then slowly open the second outlet. Again, remember, it may be necessary to throttle up to 180 psi on the first line, because when the second line is open, the first line will drop. It is critical to maintain the correct pressure on the first line. This may be an interior attack line, which would require correct GPM for interior personnel. At this point, both outlets are fully open, resulting in exact pressures. In order to have 170 psi on our first line and 200 psi on our second, we must begin to gate down our first line. We gate down to 160 psi and throttle up to 180 psi. This again is within our 10 psi above and 10 psi below parameters. This procedure is done until 200 psi is developed on line 2 while maintaining 170 psi on line 1. Remember, the highest pressure outlet remains fully opened. Now our pressures are set, and we need to lock the valves and set our pressure relief valve. Again, when we set our pressure relief valve, we turn the pressure relief valve wheel counterclockwise until three things occur. Our RPMs drop, our pressures drop, and our amber light comes on. Once this occurs, we can begin to set the pressure relief valve by turning the wheel in a clockwise manner until our pressure and our RPMs stabilize and our green light is on. At this point, the pressure relief valve is then properly set. In order to properly shut down the pumping operation, first we need to throttle down completely. Secondly, we want to close all gates and valves. We want to make sure that our pressure relief valves is opened as much as possible. And the last thing is we want to make sure that our tank is full. We do this by opening a tank fill valve. Even though all the lights may be on, we still want to make sure that we have a full tank.